Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC. And I told you guys here on the channel that I'd always be upfront with you guys. And, I realized that I hadn't been completely honest with you recently. And so I wanted to get that off my chest today and talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on and, see what we can do to make it better going forward. So, yeah, I'll have the comments up. I'll be watching for what you guys are saying, but yeah, I just want to come clean, and yeah, I thought, what better way to do it than live? You guys can ask questions. I can try to answer them for you about what's going on. But hey, Midget Man, thanks for joining in. Wait for just a few more people to jump in here. Looks like we've got a pretty good group in there. So, but yeah. So I haven't been completely honest with you guys. How's it going, JP Slayer? I told you that, that we were going to be upfront on this channel, and I realized that I'd made a mistake in something I'd said. Hi, Noah. How's it going? And so, yeah, today's the time to come clean. And has to do with this truck right here that we've got. Hey, Honey Lulu. Hey, Mike Cox. I told you guys that this was going to be a budget build. Let me just flip it this way. It'll be easier. I can watch what you're saying. And I lied. I didn't end up making it a budget build at all. How's it going, Jonathan? I did the opposite of a budget build on this one. As I was looking at it and realized that everything about it was pro, and that's what made me want it. I realized that putting in old electronics that I just had laying around wasn't going to give it a fair shake at being a pro truck. So I changed my mind. I told you guys that I was going to use spare parts, which I have a whole bunch over here. I really did. I did plan to do it, but I changed my mind, and so we kind of went the opposite. I don't know if you guys can see in here what we got ended up for a servo. Originally, I said we were going to do this EcoPower servo, a WP110T. Honey Lulu, you got it. It was a $39 EcoPower. But instead, we did the reefs. It's the 555 HD. So, ended up putting that in here instead. Going to be a much more powerful servo. I opted to do that though because I did this Hobbywing axe system. Let's show you guys what it is here. It's Hey Swampers RC. So it's a 60 amp ESC. This thing is basically it's made for crawlers. And it's a 1200 kV super slow motor. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be different than any of my other trucks, which is all about wheel speed. This is going to be constant power and just look super scale, hopefully. So lots of power here, lots of power there. All of it's routed actually in here nice. And I decided to take away the little box that they give you. How dare I lie? Because I don't need it. I mean, this is waterproof. I'm waterproofing over here with my acrylic conformal coating. The Spectrum receiver, which I found in the box, which is not a cheap Spectrum receiver either. Yeah, what number is it? Got it. I took it apart over here on my CCxRC mat so I wouldn't lose these tiny screws. SRS4201. So, yeah, I got a couple of auxes so I can do my lights. But yeah, I got a big mess going on right now because I did, for one run, I had the Reefs servo on here, but I was going to need to put on a Beck or something because it just couldn't, it was trying to draw way too much power along with the light bar on this. And so I just decided to put the other servo on here, the EcoPower, call that a day. So we soldered up this, which is actually easy because they've already got this all run to waterproof it. And so your sensor wire actually on these is pretty cool. it screws together here instead of like plugging into each one. So that's probably part of the waterproofing. And yeah, so here's the 1200 kV Z-Run Axe 540 motor. Went on very easy to this setup. I did realize, so it's got metal gears in here, but it does have a plastic spur gear. I realized when I took this off, which is okay with me. That's an easy way to fix it. These are not MIP drive shafts, JP Slayer. These are their RGT ones. They seem super nice though when I took it apart. So I did remove the actual transmission from the plate in order to easily get to the motor mount and all that. Make sure the mesh was right and then put it back on. Yeah, plastic spur gear, but these are really nice drive shafts on here. But that's what came with it. So again, it has these metal even, these are aluminum shock plates, aluminum shocks. Everything about it's just upgrade. And so I just wanted to make sure that the whole truck was upgrade, which is not what I said in my video. That's why I'm making this video, just to say, nope, I'm changing my mind. We're doing it differently. All those motors, I actually need one of those 27 turns anyway for my Jeep. I realized that one of them came undone. So these are actually going to just kind of zip tied down here, as well as this really long. I thought about undoing this and flipping it, but I kind of like that it does give it a little relief up here, so it's not sitting on this if it gets hot, or if these get hot. So I'm going to zip tie them so they actually sit off it a little bit. And then for now, we're going to leave the battery where it goes originally. If I do want to move it, I'll probably have to get rid of this, cut this back a little bit, which is where my receiver is going to go right now. But I could, always put the receiver on the servo or whatever. There's options. But yeah, so that was the lie. It wasn't a really big lie. I was honestly going to do it the other way, and I changed my mind. Hey, Earl, how's it going, man? Welcome. Island Duke, it does look mean. How's it going, True Boys? Jonathan Rodriguez, Buffy. Yeah, Buffy, it's going to be a sweet crawler. This Hobbywing system is going to be super nice. And I ordered a Holmes Hobby. I want to try it. Which one did I order? It's an Outrunner. It's a 540 True Torque. What's it called? I don't remember the name of it. Hey, Fishing with Pickerels here. How's it going, Steve? Bull Gear says same electronics as your ugly Bubba. Very cool, man. Are you running the 1200 kV one as well? Midget Man, these wheels and tires are awesome looking. Problem with the tires though is the sidewalls are so soft. I think it's going to just collapse on itself. We'll see. I haven't actually driven it yet, but that's kind of what it looks like to me when I look at it. Yeah, the chassis is nice. Super thick carbon fiber. A little bit, it's different than everybody. Somebody's like, oh, that's just a knockoff. Well, no, I mean, maybe the body. But honestly, a lot of companies do knockoff bodies. I think they changed it enough that it's not straight up Jeep. Even the Vanquish kind of looks like a certain specific truck. It's not licensed, but it has the look of a truck, as does this. But I don't think that anything in here is copied as far as the shock plates, any of it. So I was confident that it felt like a real brand and you could get it. Asia Tees had it in other places, and so I just thought it was worth trying. Because I've been looking for something, and I was going to get the Vanquish, but it was actually already out of stock. So I decided to try a different route for now. But I didn't cut any of these wires down because if I don't end up liking how it performs, I would want to be able to move this system somewhere else. But I mean, overall, I like the look of the body. I like the build of it for the most part, from what I can tell. So hopefully I'll just run it as it is, and it's going to be an awesome truck. But yeah. So Midget Man saying RGT has some good cheap RTRs. You know, they do even make this in an RTR with an aluminum or with metal rails. I think they're aluminum rails. How's it going? RC funds diversions. But yeah. And I don't even know that I'll keep the body, you know, in the end. I kind of want a truck. I don't have any truck ones, so I do, even if I don't like these tires because they are soft, I do like the rims and the wheels. So I may just try and unglue these and put glue different ones on. That'd be an option, because I really do like the look of these. That's it, Swampers. It's the Revolver. That's the Outrunner one. And so I have one of those as a 1800 kV coming. And I'll be able to test it then against how this runs. And that one is not that is not a censored motor, but it's sensorless. But it looks super smooth even without the sensor wire connecting it to the ESC. So when I saw Holmes running it, Holmes Hobbies, he was running it against one of these systems. Now it was a faster one, 2400 kV or something like that, 3200. I don't remember what one it was, but I didn't want to get a fast one for this. But I am kind of still in the look for what system I want. I want it to be smooth, but I do need wheel speed for this guy up here when I build this. So, yeah. I may actually try the Holmes Hobby one in this first and just see how it does. Get a Castle Sidewinder like he ran it with and see how it does. So that's what I've got going on. Just let me check this thing here, see if we can add any more. Looks like it's dried up. I'm just using my helping hands here to help me hold this. I kind of got a mess going and I just jumped on live not thinking about it too much. But if you guys don't waterproof these, it's really easy to do with some conformal coating. Just brushing it on here and letting it dry basically coats this whole thing to waterproof it. I like to make sure I have it pretty good. Don't want to be ruining no expensive Savox receivers, that's for sure. So I try to make sure that I do a couple coats just to make sure if I somehow miss something the first time, I'll get it on the one of the second or third tries, especially because it's down under this guy here. Just try and get it to run under there. How's it going, JT? JTRC is in the house. Guys, if you aren't subbed to him, you should go check him out. I met him at RC Fest. Great guy. All right, Joshua has been timed out for just being a punk. But yep, so it wasn't a real big lie, guys. I was just, I think we talked about this on RC Talk a little while back, and yeah, I was clickbaiting you a little bit. All we did was change out the idea between I said I was going to do is use spare parts to make this a cheap build, and we decided to not do a cheap build, and we went all out reef servo and expensive hobby wing crawler axe system in here, 1200 kV. So for the new people that are just joining in, yeah, Earl, let's see if I can do that. There we go. Get a couple moderators in here in case anybody's getting out of turn. I don't usually do this from my phone, so there, I got a couple of you guys if anyone's being inappropriate. So I guess the last things I got to do still are we're going to go ahead and still put on the plastic parts for this, cut this up for the bumper, and get that installed. And hopefully we'll be running it as soon as the rain stops here, which it's going to be raining all weekend. So hopefully next week, early on, we'll get a run for you guys. But yeah, even this extra tire is super nice on here. I love when they give you a working tire. RC Basher Boy, you didn't miss anything now. Now you're caught up. All I did was say about what we're doing with this, what electronics we're putting in. In my unboxing video, I said I was going to stay cheap, use this cheap servo parts I have. And as I'm getting ready to build it, I said, this is silly. This is a pro truck, upgraded truck. Why would I stick spare parts in it and not give it a shake at being a really awesome rig to see if it can be? So the Kind Brew's asking if I like motor on axle. I do like motor on axle as far as functionality for sure. This one isn't. This one is mounted, as you saw, up on the top here. I do have to still put this back up. I installed this, but then I couldn't get the let's just do it right now. This brace here. I had installed it, but when I did the servo, I had to take it off in order to line it up and get my screwdriver in there to tighten it down, the servo horn. So you're asking me probably why I didn't use blue locker, but it's actually threading into the plastic on the other side, which is interesting. Everything else is tapped into these metal. They're threaded, and this looked like it was threaded, but it actually goes through and it mounts into this plastic tray. So that's kind of interesting to me. Seems like it'd be stronger to go into the metal. But yeah, you can kind of see under there why they had it off is because it just gets to be a little bit tricky to attach your servo when this arm is in place, so they just left it off until after you install this. So yeah, if that Joshua guy comes back, we can just, I don't know if we can actually get rid of him or what. He doesn't need to be in here if he's just going to keep coming in and being a punk. How's it going, Josh? Midlife RC. Getting back into the crawler game here. Hello, Sean, all the way from New Zealand. That's awesome, man. Thank you, Earl, for taking care of Joshua Edgerton. Or a Basher Boy, somebody. But, yeah. All I have to do now is once everything's in here and ready. And the cool thing about this Hobby Wing is it runs off Bluetooth. And you don't have to buy a whole nother module like... There you go. Ohio's in the house. I'm okay with Ohio as long as you don't talk about Ohio State. Stinking Buckeyes. Well, somewhere in here I have one of those Bluetooth Spectrum adapters. Here, Castle. They're Castle Link. I'm just messing with you, Scott. I'm originally from near Ann Arbor, so we're Wolverine fans. Anyway, somewhere falling down into the spare parts bin of my toolbox. Check these out. 5.5 turn. That's awesome, Basher Boy. Gonna have, hey, James Swift, gonna have the Glamisphere coming here to get broken. Swamper says his Jeep was an RGT and all that's left is a frame and half of the links in the skid plate. Was it the upgraded one? Like this one where it has all the Metal Gear transmission and everything? I know there's different levels of RGT, like 1/12 scale, some of them. This one is $290 just for the roller. So it's a little bit higher price point. It's 10th scale. They have these ready to run even on Amazon. You can actually get this on Amazon Prime. How's it going, Midget Man? NC in the house. Scott said someone has to cheer for the blue and maize. Vasquez Jonathan's asking on the Primal MT, am I getting mine? I didn't actually order one, man. It's above what I'm willing to pay for an RC car right now. So maybe if the channel was doing more and there was actually more people interested in that particular car. I think there's quite a few. I don't think there's enough people interested to make the investment in it pay off, if that makes sense. So some things I'm willing to invest in just because I know that there'll be views and certain things, and it doesn't necessarily pay off all of it, but it does help cover some of the cost. So like the infraction, that was a no-brainer when they said, hey, it's available if you want to buy it and take it home early. And so it's like, yes, we can do that, knowing that there'd be views because nobody else had one. So, some of that plays into what I purchase. That's the unfortunate thing. I can't just buy everything that comes out. Try and buy what is actually going to be things that we'll use around here. Like those two orange and green guys there. Those were purchased, not given by companies or anything. But that's because I want to have some trucks around that are going to be completely stock. Kids come over. It's going to be an equal run, and just let them all run it around the backyard and kind of race them. So my plan is actually to get 2 more of those, but then buy the blue and the red bodies that they have for the mega trucks. And then I don't have to deal with painting. It gives Arma, people know what it is if they see it in the store and they want to buy one. Just to help kind of keep the hobby going. Like I said, that's part of the whole goal with the channel is to get people excited and involved. And I would love to get a Primal at some point. Things would have to be going way better here than on the channel than they are, which they're already going way beyond what I ever expected for the channel, and super grateful. Because like I said, it does help me in some of those ways to be able to say, hey, this will be something I can use for content. There's some money coming in from the YouTube, which usually basically, covers things like this, for the month, getting this system. I already had this one. So yeah, anyway, that's to answer Vasquez Jonathan's question in a long way. I haven't heard when they're coming out. I know that RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7 did order one, and I can't wait to see those guys run it. And I think they're trying to get a second one to turn electric so they can leave one of them gas and then do an electric one. Whatever it is, those guys are going to do awesome. Chris is saying, how's the Freestyle Monster Truck been doing? The Freestyle Monster Truck he's referring to is... well, there's 2 of them. There's this one here, which is the ZRD, and there's this one here, which is the new race one, carbon fiber. We can take it off, show you guys. Have you guys seen this? I haven't actually done really a video on this yet. It's been in a race, but it's Sticker Bomb 2.0. I think it's been in a live video before. It's got this acrylic upper. And it's got this carbon fiber lower. And then it's got their aluminum really dirty. Yes, Basher Boy's friend is over here. Is here. So runs shorty packs on the side. They screw in right behind that plate. Drive shafts are from like a Emax, E-Revo. Same with the diffs. It is a freestyle transmission. It's an old Novak brushless system with an Orion, ESC. So Sticker Bomb 2.0. I painted up. Looks really cool. And these are old tires, TXTs, I think. And then it's got, these were made by somebody else. Whoops. Plastic inserts. And then this is the bigger metal chassis that looks scale. And it's one of my favorite trucks I have. And somebody was asking earlier, they want me to do, at some point, guys, I should probably just do like a show and tell, like Basher Boy, take like a day, 16-hour long live stream showing all the trucks. But RC Basher Boy, do you have the ground pounder midget man? I do. It's downstairs. Hello, 11 Charlie RC. Basher Boy eats gravediggers for breakfast. Ha! More monster trucks. You guys know I like my monster trucks around here. This is the custom chassis Son of a Digger, the slash version of a Son of a Digger, a JC Concepts conversion. That thing's awesome. Shen did it as well. He did a live of his. You can see all mine are still dirty from the track. I didn't come back and clean them up after the last race. The bigger tired HL150 with the Duratrax munitions on it. This thing I just had on the table. I was trying to get these lights working for the first time, and they don't work. I plugged in the kit. Finally found the little adapter or the light thingy. Where'd it go? I chucked it over here somewhere. And this is my little go bag. I don't know if you guys have these, but whenever I go to the track, or just out to bash, I take this. So it's just got general tools in it. Usually they're my cheaper tools off of Amazon. And this is my garage bin. It's normally down in the garage, but I brought it up for doing all this. And then I have another toolbox that's my upstairs toolbox for working on the stuff up here. So that's kind of the quick look through. JLB down on the bottom. My boys' axials are up there. Cool body you guys probably haven't seen yet. I haven't shown this. Bigfoot body here. Mud truck. The custom mud truck is gone. I did sell that. And then I do have the Max D mud truck, and that's in the garage. Bonjour, Fern Solo. But yeah, so that was the quick update, guys. I have both Gravedigger and Bigfoot stuff. I didn't show down at my feet was the... Actually, where'd the trailer go? What did I do with it? So I have way over there is the... I got to finish the Tamiya Grand Hauler. Eventually, I was thinking that might be a project for today. I painted the driver, and I think that was the last thing I had to do before I actually like assembled the body, and then tried to program the receiver and the controller. I think that's going to be the tricky part. So that's what we've got to do still with that one. Probably do some soldering. Since I have the soldering iron up here, I'll probably do that today. Cut off that ridiculous Tamiya plug on there. Come on, right, guys? No, just kidding. I thought about just putting an adapter on because it is such a low power usage type of thing. But yeah, how's it going, Green Frog? We're getting ready to wrap up here. Midget Man is saying, what's your favorite RC? Let's see what you guys say, what your favorite RCs are. I really like my Low C5. Psh, unreal. Psh. Psh. Is that a Bassmaster or whatever his name? James Swift is in saying hello. Green Fog. I'm trying to see what Basher Boy is saying. Scott, where he works, he can't be in any social media. That makes sense. So, yeah, my favorite RC. It's kind of a toss-up. You know, there's so many that I like. James Price says he likes X-Max but need 8S batteries. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Sean says Traxxas UDR. Haven't even driven one of those yet. I've looked at them, but I haven't driven one. I like the big cars. I do. So I love the low C5. There's just something about that thing. It's a 2.0. Although it didn't start for me the last couple races of the oval racing. I just had to basically bow out of it. Chris says his UDR. That's cool, man. You know, I really, really like this thing. The Freestyle RC is probably, the ZRD is probably my favorite truck. It's not my best performing truck by any means, but it's super scale looking. It just, I don't know, there's something about it that I really love. Do I still have my Associated B4.2? Favorite RC, hands down, Traction Stampede, two-wheel drive. Oh, that is a fun one. I have mine right down there. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. The Grave Digger. And then this is the Grandma Digger. And this is technically Grave Digger. I have the bodies for it. But up here is my B4.2. It needs some work done to it. Give me a second. It's going to shake for a second here, guys. Yeah, it needs some work done to it because I don't know why. It's just like twitchy. Whoa. Monopod fail or selfie stick fail. Something's going wrong with it. It's just acting all funky, and I need to fix it. Scott's saying he's starting to love monster trucks after my videos. That's cool, man. What is my favorite? Oh, Chris is saying his favorite is the Sport Mod SMT10. Very cool. Minute Man's not asking, what's your favorite RC? These are good. These are good questions. So mine was that Stampede. If you don't count way back in the day, the stuff from like Nico and all that back at our Radio Shack. But that was like as a kid, then I didn't have anything. And then about 5-6 years ago is when I got the Stampede. But I like them all, man. Well, Chris saying he's got 3 ZRDs after watching the videos. You gotta tell Josh that, man. Gotta tell him, let him know that he saw the videos, that you saw the videos and bought some. Yeah, those are the coolest, toughest monster trucks you're gonna get. I don't like to go all out with mine because we race on concrete, and I'm just scared to death to destroy it. Not necessarily because of it bending or breaking, but just the asphalt tearing it up, hitting it. The body, the chassis. I already had to make... Oh, he's saying no 3 monster trucks. That's cool. Yeah, I had to make some plates under there because of the cement. But, Basher Boy's favorite first one was the Nickel Thor. Yeah, he just got that again too. I saw it on his channel. Pretty cool. Got the first one that he had. He got. So favorite RC as far as just bashers go, I really like the 10 scale, like the Granite. That thing is a killer basher. I don't need to have a bunch of batteries. 1.3S goes 50 miles an hour, which is way faster than I need for bashing. JD Passel, I didn't lie in the title. I lied in the last video about my truck. And yeah. Chris Simon says putting a Southern Builds SMT 10 chassis under a Prius body. But no, I didn't lie about this title. I did have to, where'd it go? I lied about what kind of truck this was going to be in the last video. It wasn't really a lie. I thought I was going to do something else and I changed my mind. And so I went way overboard with this thing. So we've got, $300 in electronics now, plus. So that was it went from being the budget parts to the highest end parts I could get for it, pretty much. Earl says, Granite 4x4, best $100 you ever spent. Dude, nice. $100 for that? That's so killer. Thanks, Clint. Glad you like the videos, man. Yeah, so the Granite's awesome. These Sentins, these Sentins are stupid. And 3S. they're just ridiculous. I can't believe how fast they go. So I don't even let the kids run them on 3S. I just put 2S in for them. The Arma has something really, really amazing coming for us here, I think, in the next couple weeks, based on RC conspiracies that I have. In fact, guys, can I show you something? I don't have one of them. I don't have, so don't go getting your hopes up thinking I'm gonna show you guys one. I'm gonna show you something on my computer over here that I drew up. Something new we're gonna try and bring to the channel because of this. So you'll see it every once in a while as like a title. A title, and probably you'll see this picture that'll be associated with that title. Yeah, there we go. Starting up some RC conspiracies. I love the camera conspiracies so much that I want to start up a RC conspiracies. Not about stuff that's been announced. He does a lot of stuff that's come out and whatever, mixed conspiracies about why they built it the way they did. Mine is going to be when we start seeing things, or what do we think is coming out next, and from who. And so I think every once in a while it'll probably be live so that we can talk with people. And a lot of it comes to, with all the Area 51 stuff that's been happening as well too. So I drew this up on my iPad and then got over to a computer where I could do the rest of the design. And yeah, I thought it was pretty hilarious. So the truth is out there. We just got to find it, guys. But we need to start having some conspiracy theories about what's going on in the RC world. So look at all those extension cords on that couch. Doesn't that look awesome? I actually just recently started putting cars over here too, because I needed more room on the other shelf, and my garage is too full of them as well. So I think I'm going to do all my on-road cars over there. But yeah, we also picked up the Traxxas timing system, the drag timing system, so we can start doing some just kind of racing stuff here. So Basher Boy is just conspiracy. I have somebody good behind the wheel while I film. Yeah, I wish. I wish. We did go and race our Mini Z's, which are right here. That's why that bag is back there. The extension cord is from when we lost power, but we've been having really bad storms here going on. And so I haven't put it away yet because I had to run it down through to a generator. But check out what happened to my Mini Z. Toasted it on the wall. Luckily, I took some of Honeylulu's, not advice, but I've watched her videos and seen how she does her honey dips and the hydro dips. And so I hydro dipped one of these bodies that's going to go on there, which is going to look really cool. Yeah, it was TTT on the Mini Z. So, we also had something else go on with the Mini Z monster truck that I have, one of the old school ones. And one of the wires came off the ESC. That should be pretty easy to fix, though. In fact, I got the soldering gun out. I'll do that today. So, yeah, so we've been going 40 minutes. This was just going to be a quick live thing. Any recommendation for shelves? I really like these Lowe's ones that I have over here. Let's see here. This is my closet of junk. Shirts to print, lighting, camera equipment, djembe. It's usually closed, but I don't remember what I threw in here. Oh, shoot. Crushed my new in-box or bag, Gravedigger body. So, Yeah, it's these gray ones with the gray. I don't like the metal ones that are ribbed because I don't like what it does to tires. It's hard to put stuff on it without it falling through. So this is the next project I've got. I've got these cool Atomic RC shocks that I want to replace. They're metal shocks. Replace on the slash all the way around. I got 4 of them. Got these finally in the mail from CCxRC. Ordered them back in early May, like May 5th, and they arrived in August. But yeah, so that's what I use. I got 2 of them, and then I just run like boards between them and then span them. I thought orange was going to be cool when I did it back then. I kind of hate it now. So I want to redo this whole wall eventually. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Probably dark gray or something. But I've got just a mess of stuff all over here right now. But yeah, I got some zoomies, and now that I'm back from being away for work for all that stuff, I need to get back in here and put stuff away and do some cleanup. And the garage is worse. This is bad, but that's even worse. It's unbelievable. So just at this point, too many RCs and too many to keep cleaning, keep running. Midget Man, he wants his diamond play button. He's got 48 subs. Guys, get over there. We can get him to 60, right? There's 40 of us in here. So I'm sure that 12 of you aren't subbed to Midget Man. I can't go and do it right now. I'll probably lose the feed if I do. I just was about to try and do it, but that was probably a very bad idea. How do you guys like the hat? I picked this up on horizonhobby.com. I was actually looking for like shirts and stuff I could get to wear. But yeah. Midlife RC, if the old saying is true, he who dies with the most toys wins. You have a hell of a lead. That is awesome, man. Yeah. I'm thinking about actually parting with some, actually. I've come to a whole new realization that I can't use all of these, so I need to choose the ones that I can part with that I don't use that often, that aren't like that's not gonna ever go unless I have to sell it because I need the money to feed my family. Same with those two. Like the Cloudbuster ones are just, they're too cool. I was gonna say, when people ask favorite RCs, I really do like the Cloudbuster. There's just something about going out and being slow and having fun. But yeah, so I've got a few that I'll get rid of. I've got a couple boats now. I just put one over there and realized I don't need these on-road cars. Yeah, I almost walked away with that new Charger, the orange one, or the old one, but the old one, the Kyosho. I saw it on the shelves and I was like, oh man, I gotta get this, but I don't need to, so I didn't. But yeah. All right, guys, how's it going? Breaking Silence, welcome. Actually, just gonna get off now. This was just a quick update. I actually want to work more on this thing so that it can be ready to make some videos with. And I'm almost there. I've almost got it together. So I know that Shen just got a new toy as well over on his on-road car. You guys should go check out. I'm not gonna say what it was. That way you have to go look. Vasquez, that's what I was just thinking. Was if I could get rid of some of these, I could maybe get a a primal. However, I think the whole first batch is sold out. The next batch I heard wasn't going to be till next year, like February, that you'll be able to get it if you order. So I got a little time if I really do want to. Plus, maybe they'll change out the motor at that point, put a little bit bigger one in. Who knows what they're going to do, where they're going to go with it. This is their first attempt, and it's a killer first run on that primal. I'll tell you what. Can I please, Dominic saying, can I please do a video at Digger Dungeon and film the whole thing? What do you mean, like film the whole grounds there? or film the whole race. Explain what you mean by whole thing. We can make something like that happen. It's not far from me. It's like 45 minutes. I love going down there. I mean, I can't get into like the shops where they work on them. They've got a couple bays, and you can, from the inside, you can look and film out into where they work on the trucks. So you want to see the grounds there. Okay. Ride on trucks. I actually got like drone footage of the ride on truck. Can't really get into the back. I mean, they've got so many warehouses back there where they just like work on trucks. It's an awesome place. I mean, we can only look at it through the fence, but yeah. Denali's asking Raminator. Yeah, that's the Primal RC. I think the first one that they've, for Primal RC to make it that awesome on the first one is pretty amazing to me. Do I have RC sprint cars? I don't. I raced one this past weekend, a 5th scale. It was awesome. I have the little midget car by one RC Racing. Those are really fun. Have I seen the Traxxas channel's 50 mile an hour GRX4? No. All right, Josh, we'll see you later, man. Don't let that phone die. Shen saying the most fun monster video was the water mud pit one. Which water mud pit one? The one in my backyard, or I've done 2 of them actually, or 3 of them from Digger's Dungeon. So I did the one where I built the mud pit in my backyard. Then I did, J Concepts had the mud one at Digger's Dungeon. And then Denali says he's got the 1/5 Dragster Primal. That's awesome, man. Earl saying Dennis is a nice guy. That is the truth. He always comes and hangs out. His sons came and they were racing. What's your best monster truck? 1/10 4-wheel drive. My fastest, best one is that one now, the Pro C Freestyle RC. This runs in the form that it's sitting right there is probably about 12 or 1300 bucks though. But Shen, which one? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. And I didn't do anything to it, I just let it roll. I just cut out the extra talking parts between. But that was a pretty cool, that was a narrow pit. Anyway, guys, 48 minutes in here. I'm gonna let you go. I gotta go out and shop a little bit, get dinner and for the family, and then come back and finish the truck here. And maybe later on we'll go live again and show it when it's running, or maybe show the whole Hobbywing setup, because it's Bluetooth. I was trying to say that earlier and I got sidetracked, but Bluetooth to your phone to be able to program it. Mind blown. Don't need a whole $50 adapter from Castle, any of that. Pretty awesome. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you came in late, the lie was in the title that I lied and coming clean. I had to come clean that I wasn't putting cheap motors and old used stuff into this Pro truck. Instead, we were putting in really nice stuff. Z-Run, Axe. This all just kind of came to me later that I should do it better. Reefs RC, Servo. I have a nice Spectrum receiver that's conformal coating right now. And you kind of got clickbaited. Peace out, guys. Have fun RCing.